Happy Healthy Monday. Happy Healthy beginning of the week. I feel refreshed, and it's because I was smart this weekend and I let myself sleep. I let myself rest and I let myself actually enjoy. Even though I have to I keep creating the content, I prioritized my bodily needs, I guess is what you'd call them. Welcome to Born Without Boundaries. This is your daily tarot card reading. I hope you had a great weekend. This is a general reading for all zodiac signs. Zodiac specific messages come out every single week on Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Head on over there to YouTube and to Vimeo and find those videos. They match up, they coincide always, lots of great content. And on YouTube, you can actually even subscribe to the playlist if you have favorite playlists. Let me say this, don't just watch your sun sign. If you really want a well-rounded message, watch your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. Of course, you're even more than that, but that'll give you a really well-rounded message for the week. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So this is a big week right now. This is a big one because I want to review everything that happened yesterday, which was May 23rd. So Saturn went into retrograde at 5:21 a.m. and then the moon went void of course and entered Scorpio at 11 p.m. So the moon enters Scorpio and Saturn enters retrograde. And ultimately that is facing your fears, facing your past, facing your lessons, facing your karma, owning it, honoring it, accepting it in true Scorpio style, facing fear with courage, and hope. The hope of regeneration. Saturn entering retrograde is a time of, I would say, yes, comeuppance, 100%. It's a time when we can close things out that we haven't really, honestly, most of us have probably forgotten about. And it will come up. It will come up and we'll get the opportunity to, just because we've forgotten about it doesn't mean it's forgotten about us. So it could have been causing problems in our lives. Challenges in our lives. And we didn't know why. We didn't know where the issues were coming from. This is when we will know where the issues are coming from. So tomorrow is not the lunar eclipse. So on Wednesday, two things happen early in the morning. A lunar eclipse and then the super full moon. The lunar eclipse, I believe, if I got this right, the lunar eclipse itself happens early in the morning. I love you. And the full moon takes place exactly at 7:14 a.m. That's Eastern time. So over here, that's like 4:30 in the morning. So it depends on when you want to celebrate, but ultimately I'm probably going to celebrate tomorrow night, I think, where the energy is ripest. And if I can be awake around 1:30 in the morning is when it's going to start over in California, I want to really catch that eclipse because I think it's really going to be beautiful. The super moon means that the moon is going to be extra close to us, so we'll get a really good view of this eclipse. I love you, baby. Now, what does that mean for us? Emotionally, eclipses are about changes. Full moons are about release. So a beautiful time to just let go, release and finish out all the in other words, I guess if I had to sum it up, it's being prepared for change, being prepared for the transition, like being ready to let go and emotionally just having emptied and purged, and now your cup is ready to be full. What I'm going to do tomorrow on tomorrow's Instagram with you guys is I'm going to go through, I gave you a little preview in the weekly astrology forecast for each sign, like which house it's happening for each rising sign, not sun sign, rising sign. And so what I will do tomorrow is by rising sign, I'll do an overview of like the full breakdown. I won't just talk about the house that the eclipse is happening in. I'll talk about the major aspects and all those complexities tomorrow. And we'll also do a reading, a tarot card reading for this full moon for each of the zodiac signs. So that'll be a little bit of a special live, but I'll be doing all that tomorrow. Yeah. So I hope you guys get to join. Probably be around the same time. I don't like to give times. I will not schedule. I'm so scheduled over on YouTube. I need the freedom over on Instagram. A few of you guys respectfully have asked me, when do you go live on Instagram? Anywhere between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. That's all I can give you, because it has to stay flexible with my schedule so that I can stay on point and scheduled for everything else. The new astrology motivation came up today. I was super psyched about this astrology motivation because it is the pep talk that everybody needs. Like, this is the pep talk you need to hear. It reminds you to get back up on your throne, put your crown back on. It reminds you just who the fuck you are. It's a compilation, just like all the astrology motivations, of the reading from about 2 weeks ago. And I love it. So check it out if you can. Once again, that's over on Astrology Motivation, and I'll post this over on Astrology Motivation too. People are enjoying the dailies over there. I guess some people aren't on Instagram or don't care to join us over here, so that's cool too. I'm glad that people are responding well to that. So I actually feel a great overwhelming sense of peace, and I'm really excited about what I don't know, just what I've been feeling. A really lovely cry, but not pain, not sadness, just a little melancholy and triumphant in a way. Grateful, filled with gratitude for where I am right now, and what's happening in my world. So I do hope for that peace for everybody. Interestingly enough, Llewellyn's Witch's Date book marks Wednesday as a day of harvest. So that's a really good sign that there's a lot of good karma. Remember, karma is neither good nor bad. It's the equilibrium of action. It's an energetic equilibrium. But I think that there's a lot of beautiful things that are coming in, especially in terms of opportunity. And I guess what I'm saying is the beauty really comes in because, remember, the moon is in Sagittarius. It's a very uplifting feeling. It's a very uplifting moon. When the moon is in Sagittarius, we have a very lighthearted, fun-spirited, kind of jovial optimism about our emotions. And it's really wonderful that we have that during this eclipse where so much can change, because what that means is that emotionally we're sort of stronger, and we're more optimistic to deal with this change. And so it is the perfect time for new opportunities or changes to happen, because we'll be less inclined to be like, why did that happen? It always happens to me. And more inclined to be like, let me try this, because we have that we're sort of infused with that Jupiterian, Sagittarian sense of adventure of when one thing ends, there's another thing just around the corner. So we're kind of primed, and I think that that's why I'm feeling so uplifted. Not that all of us are going to get these huge, gifts and gratitude, like fortunes piled in our lap, but that emotionally we'll be more inclined to see things optimistically than if the moon were somewhere else. And so I think that's why I love that the universe has really just been so, that you can tell the universe is trying to take care of us and trying to bring us back and trying to help us out and trying to help us move on, especially. That's what I'm saying. But that the fact that this eclipse and full moon is happening in Sagittarius, it's just the most optimistic, upbeat time to do so. And I could feel it. I can feel it already. The moon is still in Scorpio, really teaching us, this is a good time to grieve. This is a good time to really let go. This is a good time, like scorpionic energy, to stand at the grave, cry, honor the past, leave a rose, and remember that you're still alive. That's the part of regeneration of Scorpio is remember, I can walk away from the situation. As I lay this old situation to rest, I walk away and into something new. That is the regenerative cycle of scorpionic energy. So it's just that beautiful phoenix rising understanding. You don't get obsessed with the ending. You move on to the other side, the new beginning. And so this is what we're going through now. Happy Victoria Day for all Canadians out there. That's why another reason why I love this date book is because it talks about so many different holidays around the world. So happy Victoria Day to our Canadian friends. Let's read a little bit about what this book is calling the Hawthorn moon, but it also acknowledges called the flower moon because of spring, because that's what's happening around this time. Flower moon is usually more Native American. They always name their moons based on what's happening with the season, usually around this time. In terms of like the natural world. So let's read about the Hawthorn moon. The Celtic month of Hawthorn brings us the mixed magic of the hawthorn tree and the lunar power of the full moon. The hawthorn is highly regarded as a fairy tree in the lands of England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland. Tales abound of plans for buildings or road expansions that were circumvented in order to avoid cutting down a lone hawthorn for fear of the wrath of demolishing a fairy tree. It is most advisable to stay in good favor with the mischievously unpredictable fairy folk. The hawthorn is often considered the fairy tree of preference to stand sentry at springs and wells. Anything that's connected with water is connected with immortality and eternity. You will often find them planted nearby, standing guard. Many are bedecked with cloth tees from people making prayers to the fairy tree intercessor between them and the other worlds. Oh, I understand. I would have to look up what they look like, but I guess people tie things onto trees as a way to honor the fairy folk and the tree for standing guard. This hawthorn moon, so this moon coming up, or a flower moon, gathers small biodegradable offerings for the fairy folk, such as chocolate or milk. Make your own prayer, if possible, near a fairy tree for healing or luck, like those who have for so many moons before you. I wonder if there's even hawthorn trees out here in California. So I'm gonna say, I shouldn't be eating the chocolate, so I might as well give it to the fairies. All right, guys, let's give it up. Let's start. Really optimistic, right? Don't you? You can kind of feel it a little bit. Just sort of like feel this kind of like uplifting sense of, happiness and celebration. We got happiness and celebration, togetherness on one side, and then joyfulness and happiness and emotional stability on the other. Imagine being emotionally stable, bringing which is attracting love. I think we're definitely attracting love. Hangman is here. This is where we start off. Very introspective energy. Also can be very wise, also can be very stuck. But here, this is a sense of putting yourself in an upside down position for one reason, and one reason alone, and that's to learn, to see things from a different perspective. There is definitely understanding somehow that the bad times are over, that the worst has happened, and that it doesn't phase you anymore. And then the Tower is the central energy. So change. What kind of change? Okay. I had to take that. I had to take that, God, because you showed it to me. So wishes, dreams fulfilled, new opportunities, perhaps work, or just a new opportunity on the horizon in the 3D world, because it's coming out as the Page of Pentacles. Upside down in reverse is, I don't like that, the Knight of Wands. Okay. Okay. Please clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse, please. Okay. That's fair. Okay. Please clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse, please. The Knight of Wands in reverse, please. The Knight of Wands in reverse, please. Okay. All right. I kind of think I understand what's going on. So let's go from the beginning. We have the Hangman. And I think that this is more a sense of almost like people coming and visiting and seeing that you've been stuck. People recognizing your sense of stuck. People suddenly being attracted to what it is that you're doing. Remember, he puts himself upside down, just like Saturn in reverse, like Saturn in retrograde. Puts himself in reverse, not for like disorientation or malfunction, but because they want to see things in a way that wanting to see things in a way that we haven't seen them before, to make sure that we got it correctly. And what's really interesting is on this card, people are coming to see. You have the snake, you have the mask. In other words, people are starting to discern the truth about things, understanding who's who and what's real. Right? Seeing through that mask, cracking through any kind of deception. Yeah, really interesting. I want to get a little more on this. Interesting. Hi, how you doing? All this symbology, I could kind of like lose myself in it. But this is really seeing people for what they are. And then we have 10 of Pentacles here. I love Mercury and Virgo right there. In other words, you've worked hard, you've earned happiness and peace. Prosperity and stability. This is 10. This is completion of a cycle, but this is 10 too. Completion of pain. What I love about this is that you're standing outside of yourself now, looking and seeing this is over. See the eclipse, like not an accident. This is done. This is a finished situation. There's no going back into the old body of being poor, suffering, being sad, but having faith, right? And then all of a sudden what comes out is the 9 of Pentacles, very Virgo energy, reaping the benefits on the full moon. This almost like this beauty coming into you, this benefits of this full moon bringing you bounty that was owed to you. That's the 9 of Pentacles. Also a realization that love is here, like you're alone and you're happy, and that's also like emotionally you're happy, you're fulfilled. This openness, this willingness. Do you see way up in the corner that there is a messenger bird? So here's the dove, and then the messenger bird from this gentleman up in the tower. And if you see the other side of this card, it's the two of them together. So it's like what happens before. It's like things are in motion, have been set up. There's some sort of message, or it's like maybe even not secret messages, something that has been building and it's about to come out. It's emotional. So somebody expressing emotions or feelings or desires, the message getting across now is what I'm hearing. And then we have the central energy of the tower. Right? And God sees all, the all-seeing eye, to destroy and bring down. There's some sort of tower here, right? And the tower is what gets attacked. It's what gets crashed. It's what burns. And then the dove is here as well. It's almost like something's going to happen. A huge change or turnaround is going to happen to bring you together, to get you out of this like isolation from each other, because you see the dove here too. God is present. It's not just about punishment. It's just about making things be balanced and happen the way that they should. And then we have the star card, which is dreams and wishes fulfilled, coming true, balance being restored, and truth coming out. And of course, the judgment card, lots of major arcana. This is just getting a message from an angel that says, this is what has to happen. This is what you must do. This is your assignment. This is your way. This is also your chance. You're chosen. Something about being chosen and selected. People who didn't deserve being ousted, and people who do deserve coming in an opportunity. This is a 3D opportunity. It's acknowledged by the Page of Cups, where this is a real offer. And then we got this, the Knight of Wands. So this is selfishness, because it's in reverse. It's selfishness, it's being consumed, it's taking stupid, frivolous risks. All of that being bought down, and then somebody new getting a chance to shine and be seen. An offer of love coming through. There's your dove again, from somebody who's always had supply, always kept themselves ready and prepared. Somebody who has the ability to help, to give. There's abundance waiting, is what I'm saying. And now it's coming to you. And this is the real Ace of Cups, right? This is real love. This is real goodness. I don't know if this is a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, somebody who is really bountiful. He's good, he's respectful, he's kind, he's solid, he's got money. Seeing and discovering you after this motherfucker has been exposed. This exposure of the frivolous, the irresponsible, the selfishness, somebody with another page. It's new opportunity opening up for people who had been ignored in the past because other people were too fucking greedy, and they were hogging and sucking up and feeding off of, and there was no way through. But guess what? On the bottom of the deck, there's a Justice card. This motherfucker is going to be severe and intense, and it's going to happen like in a day. And right underneath is luck, opportunity. So I would not think about it, and I certainly would not wait for it. You don't have to. There's no need for you to think about it or wait for it. So much major arcana. You know what this is? It's just going to happen. But based on what's happening, you have been held up. You have been held up, and maybe you have been looked over, but you've turned your life around. Things are good. Recognizing and realizing the strength that you sit on, like the bountifulness, the abundance that you have, the rough times being over, but they made you find a connection to God, which I think was necessary, especially when this tower happens. And the tower is happening as the central energy, which means this is a tower, this is an internal tower. You know, this is a realization, an aha. Things will never be the same. Casting those old people out and not letting the same shit in. Interestingly enough, I just posted on my feed. Oh, thank you so much, Bambi. What's up, girl? I love you, Bambi, and I love the stuff you post. She posts the best stuff. If anybody I repost the most, it's Bambi, because she has such great insights. So I love her stuff. So just recommending her if anybody's interested. Yeah, your posts are always on point. So I posted something this morning, and I gotta bring it up now. It's the perfect time. You will keep meeting the same person in different bodies until you learn the lesson. And this is it, dude. This is it. Bam. Lesson fucking learned. Lesson fucking learned. It's all of a sudden, it's like it hits you. It doesn't have to hit you yet. It'll hit you. You'll realize that's what's, I think, so beautiful about this time. It's not necessarily about something happening to us. It's about us changing our perspective and realizing something different, probably right in front of us, once we have our aha moment. It's like it's already there for you. It's actually not far away, but you have to be able to see it, and you will. And vice versa, right? What's happening to you is also happening to others, so people will see you as well. The problem with a lot of people who watch astrology is they're always looking to see what's going to happen for them or to them, and they're not looking enough about their role in everything. Right? If you don't have this aha, if you don't have this self-discovery, 10 to 1, nothing in your life is going to change because you haven't awoken yet. Doesn't mean you never will. But I think what I'm saying is the power of this change is that there's insight. Insight into who the fuck do I have to get the fuck out of my life? How do I take this bitch down? Like, let him go, push him out. I don't need these dumbasses anymore. I need the right ones. I need the good ones. I need the people who need me, right? A total change, a realization, like a push over all the superfluous and the dumbasses for real love, for real connection. Interesting. And then the star card happens. Okay, so sit back. Let's get into the Moonology cards. Oh, more Virgo energy. You are good. You are good enough. This is it. Realizing our own personal value. Interesting when we realize our own personal value, how things just start to change around us. Your commitment is being tested. Okay. How? Oh, wow. I just couldn't have played that. Like, you have, first of all, you are good enough. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, so how much self-esteem do we really have? And then super full moon. Emotions are running high. And maybe they need to. And it's almost like they're running high for you to have to supercharge yourself to get over this hump. It's helping you. But I want your commitment is being tested. What is that? I feel like it's almost like people are coming to review what you've built. They're coming to look at you, and it's like almost like somebody's actually looking at you now. It's like you've gotten somebody's attention, and they're considering. Maybe messages are sent, or this is opportunities coming in, and then strangers. So you don't necessarily know what to make of these people yet. That's the thing. Like maybe there's a lot of different new people coming in and out of your life, or you're new to somebody. In other words, there's consideration. There's not a decision yet, but there's consideration and opportunity that hasn't happened before. And the consideration is that, you know, everybody's strange. You're strange to them, they're strange to you. You still have to vet each other's quality, right? That's still a thing. It's not like all of a sudden, no. I think that that's part of the point, is when you head into this new situation, when you have self-esteem, you don't immediately open yourself to everybody. You're like, okay, I'm interested in this opportunity, but I also want to vet if it's quality, because I know I'm quality. And so when you go into something with self-respect, you don't rush into it like a dumb ass, right? You allow yourself to contemplate the opportunity and give other people the chance to see how you shine, right? Because it's like, if you, I just had this exchange with I think a real estate agent this weekend. They pushed too hard. It's like they forced my hand on Facebook. I just wanted to see, they advertise this listing, but then you have to like put your email in or put your phone number in. I felt so stupid, because as soon as I did, I had this agent contacting me at 7:00 in the morning on a Sunday. And I'm like, do you know how early it is? I asked them that. It was like too much, which means it's not about me, right? It's about them trying to force me into an uncomfortable situation based on what works for them. Nobody wants that. So it's like your ability to keep your shit together and not be pushed by time, not feel like you're up against the gun, not feel like you have to rush into something, will show somebody your confidence right now in this energy. Your confidence will be demonstrated by the fact that you are not a subject of time. You are the one creating the time. You are the one creating the schedule. That's why the Virgo energy is here. I am good enough. I am good enough to be waited for. I am good enough to take my time. I am good enough to give myself, not out of fear, no, but out of, okay, I'm comfortable with this now. Let me go on to the next step. And I'm going to get comfortable slowly. And I'm going to do this pedantically, because I have enough self-respect to know that I'm worth fucking waiting for. Okay? I'm not going to go in sloppy, desperate. Don't be desperate with this energy, because it'll call you out as not worthy. Take your time and let people watch you. Let people watch you. In other words, have the confidence to be watched, is what I'm saying. Wow. This is not, I don't pick these cards, man. This is not a coincidence. Intuition. Full moon. More full moon energy already pulling on these cards. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It's going to be on point right now. And take your time based on what your intuition is telling you. Like some things you'll move faster than others. But trust that what your intuition says, then just, okay, I trust you. Questioning your beliefs. Don't take anything with these two cards. Don't take anything for face value. Feel the vibration underneath it. Not your paranoia, not your ego, but the tingling, you know, the tingling of your physical body trying to tell you what else is going on, that something else is going on. And if you feel a warmth, not a tingling, but a warmth, then you also know something beautiful is happening. So you can be happy, and let yourself be happy. Don't let yourself get ahead of the game, but let yourself be happy where the happiness is natural. Questioning your beliefs is all about, why do I believe what I believe? Why do I think those things about this person? Why do I think these things about myself? Why do I think you are literally going to throw out those self-defeating or limiting beliefs that don't work for you anymore. You're going to get a really clear perspective in this super full moon energy of what has been holding you back in your own head. Yep. and of all the cards. How beautiful this energy is. I am worthy. I will pray. What have you been praying for? With this star card on the table, you've been praying for something. And guess what? This is you understanding, I am going to get everything that I pray for. And also a little bit of what you've prayed for coming into your life to show you that the universe has been listening to what you've been praying for. You just had to align with the vibration to welcome it in and make room for it. And now you do. You get that I deserve. I know now that I deserve something this amazing. I know now. I don't question it. So it will happen. It will happen. And I don't have to rush. With Saturn in retrograde, do not try to rush anything. You know, it's more like let the tide take you, because if you try to rush anything now, it's like it's going to be like treading water in a whirlpool. You're just going to exhaust yourself. Don't do it. 7 deadly sins. Humanity's destructive traits. This is it. This is seeing where I have sucked myself in and fucked myself up. It's recognizing it and also not letting yourself be sucked into other people's shit. Like, don't be tempted. I got this in a reading a couple of weeks ago. Watch for the temptations right now. Because there will be temptations to rush or to react in fear or to hurry things along. And that's like, or to be, gratified or pleasured instantly. All of that will be available to you right now. You have to fight it. You have to push it away. You have to allow faith. I tell you, your program, we don't realize this. We are programming the universe right now. It's not programming us. It's just going to be listening. What is it that you really want in your life? Well, I want this. I want this specifically. Okay, then hold out for it. Don't succumb to the easy stuff. And you won't get the easy stuff. You'll get the good stuff. We have to decide between what is right and what is easy. That's a paraphrase of one of Albus Dumbledore's lines, but it's true. This is the time to decide between what is right and what is easy. Do what's right, and you haven't imagined the beauty of your life. Do what's easy, and you know what? You missed your opportunity. Don't ask for it again. I'm just saying. Don't be easy. Don't be easy. Happy. This is a lot of joy here. Joy, abundance, happiness. Building blocks. In other words, the building blocks of happiness. How you're making yourself happy. How you're contributing to your own happiness. What you really want. What really is happiness, not pleasure. Pleasure and happiness are not the same. This is the key. You see? The key to the newness. Building blocks. And then we have message in a bottle. This has been coming up constantly. Guys, for real, we're getting news. Something that's been blocked for quite some time is coming in. Soulmates. Whoa! Holy shit! Soulmates and milk and honey. I couldn't have asked for that. And then time to go. Get going, baby. It's time. You know why? Because this beautiful abundance, it's a reminder of karma's beauty, right? A sense of the soulmate and the milk and honey, which is the fortune, comes in. But that's not the end. That's the beginning. That's what karma's reminding you. That's the beginning of the whole new part of your life. But finally, you're getting what you've worked for from the old part, and then you can get into the new part. Now let's hit the ground running. Where do we go from here? That's so cool. I love these cards. I felt called to this deck. I haven't felt called to it in a while. I wonder why. It's a great deck. I love this deck. But I wonder what it has to say to me. The ever unfolding rose. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Okay, that means everything. It's happening for you, not to you. So maybe we just better sit the fuck back and like let shit play out is the reminder. Don't rush in. I guess that's what the gods, the cosmos, the angels, what it's saying. It's what they're saying right now. It's like everything that you've done, you've already done. Don't push anything right now. Don't ask for anything. Don't apply for anything. Everything's already been set in motion. Hold up and let me tell you your next move. Okay. We have a garnet. Perfection. Oh, I'm sorry. Purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. Okay. So we're working on the spiritual through the physical. Getting rid of the nasties that aren't good for us. Ugh, you should have seen I'm on my period. You should have seen what I ate yesterday. I'm not even playing. I got a detox today. Rhodochrosite, be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. There's a lot. So, wow. Don't overindulge. I think what you need is time. You don't need the extra piece of chocolate cake. You don't need the dick. You don't need the alcohol. You actually just need to like put your feet up and give yourself rest. Right? Because that's often why we supercharge ourselves with stuff that's not good for us. It's like caffeine. We need the fake energy, right? This is like you give yourself real energy. Take a break. Like really heal. That's what you need. And in doing so, you make room for it to be delivered to you. Talk about the delivery, baby. And then we have rose quartz, love life. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. And you have the rose opening up, and you know rose is romantic too. This would be a good oil to, it's called the flower moon. This would be a really good oil to like use on this night is rose oil. Welcome in. It's saying it's a very romantic, beautiful energy for like, for love coming in. New connection. Diamond, which could be engagement too. Just saying, value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. More about self-value. You know, it's not about standing up in front of people being like, I am so great and I am worth it. No, it's the times at home when you can choose between putting your feet up and giving yourself that nap or sucking down an extra coffee filled with cream and sugar to force yourself through the rest of a day when you wouldn't need that if you had just given yourself sleep and rest and a little bit of sunshine, and it would power you for the rest of the day. You know, that kind of, let me suck down the coffee, let me take the chocolate bar, let me just go, that's actually fear-based. It's fear like, I won't get this done. I won't get it done. It won't happen. It's going to happen. You have the talent. You have the skill. Put a vote in put in a vote of confidence for yourself. I don't need the extra 7 deadly sins to help me out here. I don't need it. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be okay. Everything is going to get done in due time. You know, my life is fantastic. Look at the gratitude. Look at everything that you already have. Remind yourself, I'm not desperate. That mentality is going to give you everything right now. Desperation, I think, is going to be sadly punished. Whereas confidence and patience and faith and gratitude are going to be greatly rewarded. FYI. Let's get these messages from the angels. Archangel Michael is here and protection at the same time. The path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve what your heart desires. And then protection, you are safe. Do not fear. We are with you always and surround you always with our invisible wings of light. I mean, that is just, I love you, angels. Thank you so much. You're protected, guys. They know how valuable you are. Now maybe you're just starting to recognize it. And the angel message that I kept to last, change. I got rose oil. I got a sister playlist on. Nice. That's perfect. Your setup is ready. And then we have life is a journey. It would be very unfulfilling if each step was exactly the same as the last, because life is always changing. It is forever fresh and new. Allow your life to unfold gracefully. Be grateful for what was, is, and forever will be. It's already there, guys. Let it happen. I love you so much. Be at peace. It's already beautifully taking place. I will see you guys tomorrow for the big reading for the full moon. I can't wait. I'm going to do some research just to like get prepared. And then, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what time I'll be on. I will try to be on earlier like I was today, but we will see. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Happy Monday.